Hello again. Two recent announcements from the British government, one on February the 6th this year and the other 5 days later, have outlined the scheme whereby over 1 million illegal immigrants in Britain will be part of an amnesty and allowed to stay in the country permanently. Of course, with a weasel like Boris Johnson at the helm, you could hardly expect that such an enormously sensitive move would be stated plainly and openly. As usual with this government, it's like watching somebody operating the three-card trick. You have to have very sharp eyes and all your wits about you to spot what is going on. Before explaining how this particular trick is being played, I ought to say a word or two about illegal immigrants, or undocumented migrants as they are now called by right-on and progressive people. There are at least 1 million, and more likely 2 or 3 million illegal immigrants in Britain. These are people who have no right to be in the country. They pay no taxes or national insurance contributions and yet take full advantage of all the services which the rest of us pay for. Some people may have noticed that when they visited the casualty department at the local hospital, it seems as though it's full of foreigners. Well, it is. This is the case not just in big cities but also country districts. The reason is that illegal immigrants avoid registering with doctors like other people in case the authorities find out about them. Instead, they go to A&E when they need medical treatment. The next time you hear that waiting times at A&E are 5 hours or something, this is the reason. This is one of the reasons that the government wishes to have an amnesty for these people. Then they would be paying income tax, national insurance, council tax and so on. At least this would mean that they were paying for the services which they currently enjoy for nothing. If it were up to me, I would personally adopt an entirely different strategy. I would find the people who have no legal right to be in Britain and then chuck them out. This is what would happen in other countries if people overstayed their visas or worked without permission. It wouldn't be too difficult to find the illegal immigrants in the larger cities, at least. The factories in the East London district of Whitechapel, the kitchens of Indian restaurants in Birmingham. These places are full of people with no right to be in the country. However, the government has chosen to take another path. On February the 6th, it was announced that if illegal immigrants register with a doctor and then have a COVID vaccine, their details will not be shared with either the Home Office or any other government department. This is a very big step because it means that all illegal immigrants will be entitled to an NHS number and so eligible for any and all treatments which they require. This is step one, and in the description to this video I give a link to one of the newspaper reports of this. Step 2 came 5 days later, with the publication on February the 11th on the government website of an update about the Digital Identities project about which I spoke yesterday. I also include a link to this in the description to this video. It is a press release with the snappy title, "Government sets out new plans to help build trust in use of digital identities." It is explained how people will be able to acquire one of these digital identities, which will in effect give us an official existence. One passage reads as follows. The framework will also help promote the use of vouching, where trusted people within the community, such as doctors or teachers, vouch for or confirm a person's identity as a useful alternative for those without traditional documents such as passports and driving licences. Yes, most illegal immigrants don't have traditional documents such as passports because of course they burn them before they make the crossing of the channel. They don't want anybody really to know what country they're from, because otherwise they could be deported to it. You see how this will work, I hope. First, illegal immigrants are encouraged to register with a doctor and get an NHS number. Once the doctors know of them, they can vouch for them and so enable them to get a digital identity which will put them on the same footing as everybody else. Job done.